Pokemon Nuzlocke is a set of self-imposed rules of a Pokemon playthrough used to make the game not piss easy. The traditional rules are that you only get the first Pokemon you find in an area and Pokemon die. Because I'm a super hardcore gamer who doesn't play baby games, I've decided to take on the Nuzlocke challenge head on. And where else to start but the beginning. The first thing we need to do is listen to Professor Oak ramble about... Oh crap, people make these things fight each other? Then we get to name our main character. This is a crucial point in the run. I wanted to name him Robert Giganto Cullians, but I settled on Bobby Big Balls, or BB Balls for short. Professor Oak forgot his grandson's name, so we get to tell him what it is. I think we all know what's the right thing to do. That's right, we name him Porter. But we make him a girl, because that's funny. Immediately, we play the SNES. 3 hours later, I'm ready to head out. After our daily dose of child neglect, I decide to walk on to the next town over. Everyone's talking about... Oh crap, I forgot to take a starter Pokemon. Anyways, I decide to go back, and Professor Oak will generously let us take one of his last 3 Pokemon left. Which one to pick? Mewtwo? Nah, Voltorb. He'll be great. I take him off the table, and we go to fight our rival. Porter, you're going down! Oh, I lost. And he's my only Pokemon. Well, we start the run all over again, and I decide to pick the last Pokemon, Omanite. Where do you find that one from? Anyways, as is typical, we destroy Porter, and we're ready to march forward. I named the Omanite Dead Limfao. It's Spanish for Watashi no Shiri o Wara Ingara Shinda. Anyways, we march on over, I try to advance forward, but there's a grumpy old guy. There's only one way to get past this. Oh, he hasn't had his coffee yet. PG-friendly alcoholic, gotcha. We can't buy stuff yet, but the shopkeeper recognizes us, so we take yet another trip down the road to get back to Professor Oak. Anyways, he gives us the Pokedex. It's time to catch them all. Well, catch the first ones we see at least. Back to Viridian City, we tread farther. Looks like the old man's sobered up. Not just, but we can buy stuff at the Pokemart, even though it seems vandalized. We buy 1 Pokeball, 11 Burn Heals, and then realize we don't need 11 Burn Heals, so we sell them. It's time to catch the first Pokemon we see. First one is a Caterpie. They make a great fit because it seems like Omanite is Caterpie's natural predator, or at least at some point was. Thus, we name him Baitworm. Anyways, after trekking through the endless bug catchers, we arrive in Pewter City. Hey, there's an exhibit on fossils. Look, Dead Limfao. Anyways, time for Brock. Baitworm almost died, and I can't tell why. However, Dead Limfao stomps as per usual. Boulder badge gone. New area, new Pokemon to catch. Holy crap, it's Ness! He joins our party, cool! On another note, I encountered this trainer. He had a Jigglypuff. Rests on the first turn? That's weird. No! May God rest his soul, along with Voltorb. Yee! Did you touch me? No! Maybe. Alright, time for Mount Moon. This is a notorious early segment of the game, and because of the Nuzlocke rules of catching only 1 Pokemon per area and all Pokemon who faint die, I decided to decimate the local Pidgey and Spearow population. At the same time though, Mount Moon is so much easier than everyone says it is, so I decided not to grind for it. I decided to catch Rocky because, hey, Route 3 is a different area than Mount Moon, alright? I give Rocky Mega Punch because, of course you do. Anyways, we encounter the super nerd who claims both of the fossils in front of us, so we defeat him to take both of them. Actually, Dead Limfao was super anxious when I touched the Helix fossil. I wonder why. So I decided to leave that one there and take the Dome fossil. See? Easiest dungeon of my life. We're in Cerulean City, and I decide to purchase a bike for the ride. What? I can't even crash indoors? Not worth the 1 million Pokedollars. Anyways, before we fight Misty, I decide to beat up Porter again. He actually puts up a little bit of a fight this time, but not more than Rocky could handle. Speaking of Rocky, he's evolving! He's evolving into... Oh my god! He's evolved into Rocky Balboa! We're gonna take this run for sure! My Pokemon are pretty bad as of now, so I decide to exterminate Nugget Bridge first, then take on Misty with the help of a new Pokemon. After joining Team Rocket, I then find the perfect Pokemon to commit evil acts with. Bellsprout. Doing this, my team actually became pretty strong. Baitworm even evolved again, and at this point, he's not even a worm anymore. After training up Big Ben, I enter Misty's gym. Right after I defeat her trainers, I confront her head on. Big Ben and Dead Limfao stomp, and Misty gives us the Cascade badge, along with Bubble Beam, which I give to Deadlim Vow. We go through Route 25 and we meet Bill, who's turned himself into a Pokemon. We refuse to turn him back, and we take the SSN ticket on the table. Anyways, I make it down the road and I find the Pokemon daycare. Bayworm hasn't been producing results recently, despite the evolution, so I'm dumping it here. After we go through the underground passage, we end up near Vermilion City, and I take this area's Pokemon. Meowth? I think I know what I'm gonna be doing. We flash the guard, get assaulted, beat up Porter, the sea captain is seasick, have this guy get hired, cured with a simple back rub. Great, now we have Cut. Big Ben even evolved. We check up on Mew, and then we leave. Naturally, I teach Cut to Deadlim Vow. How exactly does he even cut the bush? Well, let's not think about it, because we then fight Lieutenant Surge. After a very annoying puzzle, Rocky steamrolls Lieutenant Surge. No contest, Apollo Creed this ain't. After massacring the local Diglett population, we make it all the way to Rock Tunnel. New area, new Pokemon. This time, we get a... Damn it, a Metapod? What the hell is it even doing in this cave? Yeah, screw this. I would be super bummed, because this is what people say is the hard part of the first half of the game. This is the endurance round, but of course, as the epic gamer I am, it's no trouble whatsoever. See? We'll get a better Pokemon next time, boys. Ah, Lavender Town. Super ear-grating music, and the birth of many a creepypasta. Ghost appeared in the Pokemon Tower. I think that the spirits of Pokemon that the Rockets killed. Damn, I'm not even gonna make a joke about that. That is just straight up wicked. Yeah, anytime you're watching the Pokemon anime and see Jesse and James up to some stupid hijinks, know they, or at least their group, kill animals for the sake of it. Gee, you face the wrath of these thirsty guards everywhere. Just because they can't get a drink, they close down all the important roads. The problem's gotten so bad they've had to build underground tunnels just to get places. What kind of a world exactly is this? Anyways, we're in Celadon City, the big city of Kanto.
This gym is great! It's full of women!
Did you touch me?
No. Maybe.
To prepare for the fight, we do a little bit of grinding. Huh, I actually learned something new. This game is bad. Erica's Pokemon keep relentlessly trying to use poison powder on Big Ben, even though it doesn't work. She kept doing that in a never-ending loop, so even though her Pokemon were way more powerful, the terrible AI made her lose. Thanks? You made writing this video a whole lot easier. I'm running out of room for my stuff, so I decide to go to the PC to deposit a bunch of my crap. Anyways, I take a look around and... a coin case? A game corner?
Gambling! Yes!
Remember, 97% of gamblers quit before they hit it big. Well, now I'm broke. Again. Come on, Debt Savior. You know what to do. Anyways, seems there's a Team Rocket hideout under the game corner. This is fun. You drop the key, pick it back up. Dude, just pick it back up. Is he on our side? Didn't expect that. Anyways, we beat Giovanni with no effort whatsoever. Seriously, this is supposed to make the game harder? Misty was the most difficult fight so far. Back to Lavender Town. We beat up Porter once again, although his Gyarados did scare me for a minute. Anyways, new area, new Pokemon. Let's see what we get. Ghastly. I named him Charlie Brown. Why? I don't know. We deal with the Marowak's restless soul. I try to catch it. Damn it. Wait, why don't all Pokemon just dodge the ball? It's not like it can't be caught because it's dead. It literally just dodges. Anyways, we beat the Rockets and get the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji. We head for Saffron City, specifically to get into Silphco. They're under attack from Team Rocket, so we sneak past the guard to get in. I decide to make Debt Savior a makeshift electric type, because for some reason, it can learn Thunderbolt. Despite that, I'm still scared for the next Porter fight. For the past while in the game, almost every enemy has been at level 20 or so. It was a weird difficulty spike at Misty, and then the game just cruises for a while. However, the levels have spiked at Silphco, now around 25 to 30. Still very doable for all the trainers, but Porter is now at around level 35 and above for all his Pokemon. While I think I can take on most of his goons pretty easily, his Alakazam and Gyarados pose a serious issue. I have no good options against them. Worse yet, with our piss poor luck, I don't even have a full party yet. Ness died, we got boned in Rock Tunnel, and I can't remember what was the third one, but it was bad. So, I'm thinking, either we'll have to grind to an obscene level, which sounds really annoying, or we'll have to find a different solution. At this point, I'm fighting with myself as to where we can even get some viable Pokemon. If I grind, I may be able to win, but with a sacrifice. I decide, screw it, Pokemon trafficking. I honestly cannot find a consensus as to whether a gift Pokemon or bought Pokemon breaks the rules of Nuzlocke, and at this point, I don't really give a care. Hey, we can list it off as Celadon's Pokemon. I buy an Abra, and I name him Bobbity, because of course I do. I mean, we're gonna have to grind either way. I'm just grinding an Abra instead of like a Metapod. Anyways, we train him up all the way to becoming a Kadabra, and we make our first attempt. Here's hoping we win. Whew, barely got past the Gyarados. Death Savior clutched. Anyways, we use Bobbity. I don't have any good attacking moves, but luckily the Alakazam is stuck disabling my moves, even though it won't work. I confuse, then paralyze him, and... summon? What's that?
Oh my god, it's Majin Buu! Candy Ray! Majin Buu is destroying Porter's Pokemon! Let's go!
Huh? Hold on, what's going on? Why is Majin Buu on the opponent's side? What the hell? He killed Bobbity! Weak, dude. What the hell? Bobbity's dead, and after all that time grinding him. Just great. Anyways, Giovanni was piss easy. Rocky slammed without the need for anyone else. Anyways, the city is so huge, there are actually 2 gyms. Only 1 badge though. We forgo the fighting dojo because Rocky's already the best fighter. However, the psychic gym is going to be difficult. For Pete's sake, our best weapon against psychic-type Pokemon just got popped by his own creation. So this one will be a doozy. We go on a rampage against the local population beforehand to get a few levels. No Pokemon can save us this time. At this point, me and my monsters are pretty much just a complete menace to society, abandoning Bill and stealing his tickets, causing the extinction of multiple species of Pokemon, and now even unleashing a demon who is currently destroying the world. But who cares? We can deal with that later. The only thing on my mind is becoming the Pokemon Nuzlocke Master. This was a tough battle, but I did barely win. Hey, Deadlamvow is evolving! Finally! You know, why would they make a starter Pokemon evolve so late in the game? Pretty weird if you ask me. What the hell is even that? Why? He was so cute before! Ah, damn it. Well, whatever. An evolution is an evolution. I'll take the better stats and moves. After we take out the Snorlax, we're on to Cycling Road. I decide to strut down on foot. Dangerous? Yeah, for wimps, maybe. Maybe it is dangerous. Anyways, we're in Fuchsia City. Hey look, it's your brother, Deadlamvow. Time for Koga. They're ninja masters who specialize in poison Pokemon. The entire gym is designed with glass panels that are nigh impossible to make out. But, something I didn't tell you guys, not only am I an ultimate gamer, but I'm also a ninja master. Check this out. Easiest dungeon of my life. Koga was also just as easy. Badge gotten. Time for the Safari Zone. We get Surf and the Gold Teeth immediately because the Safari Zone in a Nuzlocke is a waste of time. I mean seriously, a low chance for a worthwhile Pokemon where you can't even catch them reliably? Let's just leave an encounter. Holy! How did they even manage to trap this in here? What the hell is even that? Why do I want it? I want it! Ah, it ran away. We'll get him next time. After some surfing in the Seafoam Islands, we make it to Cinnabar Island. By the way, I accidentally killed the Tentacruel I was supposed to catch for this area. It was worthless anyways. Before we take on the gym, let's quickly rummage through the Pokemon Mansion. This is not a mansion. This is a 2-story house. I know this is a video game, but they couldn't even attempt to make it look big or special. There isn't even a sign out front saying what it is. Anyways, after traversing the ruins, we find the secret key. This will be useful later. Time for the gym. No trainers, no puzzles. All you have to do is answer trivia. Pretty lenient for the second to last gym. Anyways, how many badges are there? Anyways, Blaine was pathetic. Ronki stomped yet again. We go off of the north side of Cinnabar Island to end up back in Pallet Town, neatly coming back in a circle. You might not have caught this, but this spells a problem. We're doing a Nuzlocke, and we caught Pokemon in pretty much every major area in the game. And we don't even have a full party because they kept dying or getting terrible luck. Well, there's one more place we can look, and not for the reason you'd expect, but it happens to have just what I need. The Power Plant. If you remember, I skipped multiple opportunities to get legendary Pokemon or even just collecting for the sake of it. However, I'm not going for Zapdos. I'm going because it's effectively one of the last areas I can visit that I didn't collect or kill a Pokemon in. And better yet, it's infested with electric Pokemon. Just the thing I need, especially for that damn Gyarados. And what do you know? The return of an old friend, the starter I initially chose and then lost with, Voltorb. It's all coming full circle, baby! To commemorate that, I named him Bobby Big Balls II. Although I couldn't fit that in his legal documents. This will be about the last Pokemon I obtain. There's only a few others I can get, and none are all too important. After a long session of grinding, we're finally at a good level. We're gonna take on the Elite Four soon. After taking another long journey, we're back to Viridian City. In the time it took to get all the gym badges, Viridian's gym leader has returned, Giovanni. Anyways, it's a shame. This was supposed to be a climactic battle, but Rocky was just too good for him yet again. I'm starting to think we won't ever see Clubber Lang. It's time to march down Victory Road. Wait, Porter? Oh right, I completely forgot there was a fight against him before Victory Road. Damn it, what am I gonna do about that damn Gyarados? Hey, we're actually doing pretty good. I guess Death Savior was a good enough electric type. But as Alakazam... Oh no, this is bad. No! He couldn't survive at least one hit? Bobby Big Balls II is dead! Damn it, you'll pay for this! As a last-ditch effort, I try to get Charlie Brown to confuse him. Thankfully, it works, and doing that, Rocky can finish him off before he can get a good hit in. This is bad. This is really bad. That was our last good Pokemon. There are Pokemon in Victory Road, but none are useful to me at this point in the game. Yeah, about what I expected. I don't need a Machop. Well, 6 Pokemon are better than 5. But what use is a Flyweight when we've probably got the best anything to come out of Philadelphia? I call him Little Mac. We pass through Victory Road, and finally into the Indigo Plateau. Finally, we've made it. However, it's not time to take them all down. Yet. This is our last chance. If we lose, it's over. So I make one last grinding session. It's super tedious. Little Mac evolved into Big Mac, and all the others are around the 45 to 55 range. I spend all my money on potions and full restores, because honestly, I'm willing to cheese a little at this point. But there's still a pit in the bottom of my stomach. All these Pokemon suck. They're all at pretty bad type advantages and have low special stats. One wrong move and they can die. Not just, but I don't even have any extra living Pokemon, so making a second attempt is out of the question. However, grinding has become so slow I can't bear it anymore. It's now or never. Yet the feeling still won't go away. It's not just cold feet, it feels like I'm forgetting something. A certain something forgotten long ago. Is there an area I forgot about? Looking at the map, not really, unless we want to go on semantics. But is there a Pokemon I forgot about? Daycare. The daycare! Didn't I dump something in there? Holy crap, let me go check. Oh my god! Who am I kidding? He's level 31. 31! Yeah, sorry bud, you're gonna get the old Yeller treatment. After a little bit more grinding, it's time to fight the Elite Four. Here goes nothing. Hey everybody, I'd like to thank you all for watching. It really means a lot. However, there's some stuff I should say for this video. If you couldn't tell already, this is an April Fool's video. This is not a legitimate run, nor is it meant to be taken seriously. Secondly, if you got even a modicum of joy from watching this video, then I have to redirect you to JaidenAnimations. This entire video is just a parody of her videos, and quite frankly, it's also a load of plagiarism. But it's funny, so it gets a pass. However, if you want to see some more animations, you can also check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. A new video released just last month, and it's one of my best yet. Check it out. Anyways, the next video I make is going to be a video where I talk about my opinions. And this time, it'll be a review of Rayman for the PS1. The topic is subject to change though. Whatever it is, I hope I'll see you there. Morhamms out.